Good evening, and what a good evening it is. We have gotten some great news from Frontier, as you've all already seen. You must have already seen. Frontier has just dropped the trailer for the brand new upcoming DLC, an original Jurassic Park DLC, the DLC we've all been waiting for, the DLC we deserve, the DLC we need. Welcome back to Jurassic Park. Oh my god, I am so excited. I am literally trembling. I cannot I cannot even function right now. This is insane. Of course, we all knew it was coming. I mean, the leak had been proven pretty credible at this point, but it's still to see it become an actuality, to see it become reality, it's just mind blowing. I am so excited. This is just going to be me rambling on about how incredible it is that we are finally getting this kind of original Jurassic Park content in the game. I think it's something we've all wanted for a very long time, probably since the release of the game itself. I think we were all hoping to see some nods to the original Jurassic Park, even though, we've moved over into this Jurassic World franchise. Jurassic Park will always have a special place in our hearts, at least a very special place in my heart. And seeing this DLC and seeing all of these classic Jurassic Park moments for this game, it's just bringing me back to that nostalgic feeling of being a kid again, seeing this movie for the first time. And really, this movie has changed my life. I mean, I've been so obsessed with this movie and with the following franchise that it's just so incredible that we are seeing this extension of it. I can't put it into words. I don't have the words. We're just gonna look at this trailer on repeat. I don't know if I can even use this footage. I really don't want to step on anybody's toes in terms of copyright, so I muted the music. But if I can't use this footage, I'm really sorry, and I'll take the video down right away. Like I said, I can't function right now, so I can't logically figure out if I'm allowed to use this footage. I'm just boldly gonna step into the unknown, and I just wanted to share my excitement with you all. I'm sure everyone is freaking out right now. We will not be sleeping tonight. I can tell you that right now. I will not be sleeping tonight. And also, I hope I can get the day off on the 10th of December when this DLC will release, because I'm gonna need some time to enjoy this, and if I don't get the day off, then I'm not gonna get any sleep that night, and then I'll be useless the next day, and it's this domino effect that it will be endless. It's gonna be a busy week for me in terms of playing this game, and of course doing some YouTube content because I want to share my enthusiasm with you. And just seeing what they have in store for us. Obviously, in the trailer, we see some of the amazing content that we're going to be getting, but I don't think it's going to be a content-only DLC. I mean, really, they can't do that. I mean, it's original Jurassic Park. This is what we've been waiting for. I really don't think they can get away with just giving us content. There needs to be a story DLC in this. And I'm really hopeful that we're going to get a different kind of story than what we've been getting. At least, different kind of missions to really get a different feel of the game. Because, of course, the missions have felt a little repetitive throughout the main campaign and as well, and also the two story DLCs that we've gotten so far. So I really want to see something different. I want to see them do something new. And since they've brought in new content, I'm guessing they have the opportunity to do something new in terms of the story as well. So I really hope that they've made use of that. But in any case, the content itself is amazing as well. That alone is worth the money. Obviously, we're getting new dinosaur models. We see in the trailer the Brachiosaurus, the Parasaurolophus, Triceratops, which looks amazing. Dilophosaurus, Velociraptor, and T-Rex. T-Rex and Dilophosaurus, I didn't see much difference. Of course, I watched Best in Slots video because first things first. And he said the T-Rex looks a little bit chunkier. I don't know. He's probably right. He's definitely right. But that's not what I'm seeing. Maybe because I criminally underused the T-Rex. Sorry. But what I do see is the absolutely incredible new model for the Velociraptor. It looks really, really great, really menacing. Uh, the differences are actually quite subtle, but they are so impactful. And of course, the skin looks incredible. Not bright or overly patterned or anything, but just an amazing attention to detail, which is really all we've ever wanted for the Velociraptor. It would be great if they also surprised us with skins from the second and third movie, because, you know, those are also original Jurassic Park, quote unquote. They're from the original franchise, so, you know, I'm slightly hopeful that that's a thing, but we shouldn't get our hopes up in terms of that. If it's just about the original Jurassic Park 1993, then this is the skin that we're going to get, and really that's great in and of itself. The Triceratops looks amazing. She looks, I mean, again, the detail in the skin, the different sizes of scales, the different hues in there. She looks amazing. I mean, the Triceratops that we have in the game right now. I'm talking so fast. I'm so excited. The Triceratops that we have in the game right now, you can really tell that it's an early game and also an early development dinosaur, I'm guessing. Not really fine-tuned, not really refined. There are some things a little off about it that make her not as great as she should be, as she definitely is, and the way she looks in this trailer is amazing, amazing. So exciting. That's probably the dinosaur I'm most excited about right now, in spite of that raptor looking incredible. We also see Parasaurolophus, which looks like it has some different skins. The color palette overall is a little bit more muted, but there are some differences between the skin tones that we can see, so that's really exciting. I'm curious to see how they are going to incorporate these new models into the game. Like, are we only going to have this new Velociraptor and this new Triceratops and so on in the new map or in the new campaign? Or will they also be integrated in the main game and available on these sandbox parks? That's something I'm really curious about, because then, I mean, I have no qualms with this new Triceratops model replacing the one we have. But I don't know. I've also kind of gotten used to the Jurassic World Evolution Raptor models, so I kind of like the idea of having both. So having both the Jurassic World Raptor as well as the Jurassic Park Raptor, I think would be really interesting to have both in the same park, just to highlight the difference. But I'm not sure if that's going to be possible. Maybe these new models and new skins are restricted to the new story campaign or the new map. I'm assuming we're getting a new map, at least. So that's something I'm really curious about seeing, and the same goes for the content. Like, is the content restricted to new story, new map, whatever? I really can't imagine that being the case, but who knows? We will riot if that's the case, but you never know. And speaking of the other content, it looks amazing. That visitor center might be the one I'm most excited about out of everything, not knowing the story behind what we're going to be playing, of course. The visitor center, it just takes you right back to the movie. It really recaptures that nostalgic Jurassic Park feeling. At least for me it does. It looks fantastic. The model is spot on. I mean, every single detail is perfection, and I can't wait to add this building to our parks and also see what kind of function it serves. Like, what does it do for your park? Is it some kind of educational thing? Is it, I don't know, is it a new visitor center? Is it a new way for guests to arrive? I already said this, I also watched Best in Slots video. He mentioned something about helicopters being used as a new transportation method for our guests. I'm not convinced that would be the case. It would be really awesome, but I'm not convinced based on what we're seeing in the trailer, because as you might remember, when you first start up the campaign and you load into Matanceros, you actually also get a shot of a helicopter approaching the island, and it turns out, I don't know, the helicopter just flies away, and maybe it was supposed to be the expedition helicopter or something, but it doesn't actually integrate in the game. So that might be the same here, that it's just an intro shot and nothing actually functional for the park. But it would be really cool if we get an alternative to the monorail, because of course that monorail is really quintessential Jurassic World. It doesn't fit with Jurassic Park at all. So that'd be really cool. We're also seeing the raptor paddock behind the raptor itself. So that's going to be really interesting. I mean, it's not going to be big enough to actually function as a raptor paddock based on the needs of the dinosaurs in the game. So I'm also curious to see what that building is going to do. Is it going to be like a hatchery of sort for the new Velociraptor, or some kind of containment, or I don't know, maybe it's going to be a new science center-esque type of thing. I don't know. Are we going to get cow feeders with it? I don't know, and it's so exciting that there's all this stuff coming and we don't really know. That's such a great feeling. Another big thing we see in the trailer is the Jurassic Park gate, the classic what have they got in there, King Kong gate, and it looks like it's something that we're going to be placing in the park ourselves. I mean, it's attached to a fence. It doesn't look purely decorative because the Jeeps are coming through it, so I'm really hoping that we can just place that as a building wherever we want. And I'm going to use it a lot, probably. I'm probably going to overuse it. Also exciting is that the gate attaches to a different looking fence. I'm not sure if it's really classic Jurassic Park fence, but maybe we're getting more fence types along with the one we're seeing with the gate. For me, classic Jurassic Park fencing is the one from the T-Rex paddock breakout scene, you know, with the big concrete base and then the tall fencing on top. But maybe that's too similar to what we already have in the game. I don't know. I'm just rambling. One thing, this is my only gripe with what I'm seeing so far, which is, oh man, it's awful that I'm even complaining about something. It's not complaining. It's and maybe you can correct me on this, but what we're seeing in terms of vehicles on the classic metal track are the Jeeps that resemble what we already have in the game. They resemble the Ranger Jeeps, but of course they are now repurposed as tour Jeeps. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought in the first movie, the Jeeps that take Alan Grant and the rest from the helicopter pad to the visitor center, and of course when they come across that Brachiosaurus, that famous scene, I thought those were just transportation and not necessarily a tour vehicle. But in this instance, in this DLC, it does look like these are being used as the tour vehicle. And that's my one disappointment, because I was really hoping that we would see the very bright, very colorful Ford Explorer tour vehicles. Those are another thing that is true JP stuff right there. That hits me in the JP feels, that vehicle, that color. It just takes me right back, and I was really hoping that we would get those, and maybe we do, I don't know yet, but it seems like we are not going to get those. We are going to get the open Jeeps, which is fine. I'm also curious to see how those will work in the game. Like, will they be different from the existing Gyrosphere tour, from the Tour Truck tour? Do they work differently, or is it just basically a reskin of the same attraction? That's really interesting to see. I can't wait to find out. It would be awesome if the new tour track could pass over paths, and even better if it could go through water, but I don't think that's going to be a thing. But at least to have it pass over path would be cool, so you can have it really snaking through your park and not necessarily just a couple of enclosures. That'd be really cool. I think I'm done. I think I've said everything I needed to say. Oh my god, I'm really not gonna sleep tonight. This is gonna be awful. I'm so hyped up right now. Let me know in the comments what you are most excited about seeing in the upcoming DLC. Any of the dinosaurs, any of the buildings, or anything else that you think might be added to the game. Just let me know. I really want to talk about this, share all of our enthusiasm, and I just want to thank Frontier for this trailer, for this DLC to begin with, and for making me feel like a kid again. Basically, I'm so happy right now. I'm trembling. I am so happy. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, enjoy the game.